I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, and I own it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, and the best, as you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own.
We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First carry for the second-year man. It's Najee Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Pickett back to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The Browns are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing, Hard to navigate. The always tough NFL.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 30 on second down, Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson now to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into. Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards.
And this is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, 39 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Picking now to throw off the play fake. He's going to look deep down the field. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. this game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Pickett. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the end zone, it's Dearness Johnson. And able to get this out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. To the air yet again, Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 27 yards. And the Browns have got it back to within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Pickett sets up play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 33 and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by York is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Steps away. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The last run went so well for them. Maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on him and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett, a hit as he throws there, incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Pickett. Flushed out right. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That one goes for 8 yards. Pickett to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Pickett now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The final shot before the break, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Bryant has it. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Now Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the